Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and okay, I might have to refresh this. Never mind, I'm just an idiot. I forgot to start up my champion select tool. I'm hoping it's still gonna refresh and do its thing. There we go. Got there in the end, but we are in the draft here. First game against Neko Elite here, and we already have the Aurora locked in here, starting off on the blue side. And we are currently 3-1 here into the season. So let's see if we can continue building up some more wins. Started off very nice with a 2-0 victory, and last time around we went back to the normal menu of 1-1 games. So hopefully we can come back with another 2-0. That'll be pretty spicy. But already a very aggressive duo locked in here, Lucian and Ambessa. A lot of mobility on those two. But our team comp is pretty strong as well. We already have Aurora for some pick ability. Yunara locked in now as well, and Sani is one hell of an 80 carry that can probably pop off on that champion. And now some more engage here if we look on it is Wukong. Is it Xin or Wukong? Still in doubt at the moment as the followers are coming in, but it's gonna be the Xin Zhao locked in. I just realized you guys can't see it on when a champion is being hovered actually. So yeah, he was like spamming between the Xin Zhao and the Wukong, but in the end went with the Xin Zhao. The Crescent Guard, very strong tool in those team fights. But I mean, doesn't have the knock-up that the Wukong does have, so a little bit less engage. But we'll see. I mean, I can already kind of expect something for Soap to come through, like a blind pick, like an Ornn, you know, the classic Soap champion, to bring some more engage to this team composition. And just a little bit more CC. Because like Xin Zhao and Aurora obviously can go in, but they don't have as much hard CC. Like obviously Aurora does slow and makes sure that people can't run away. And Xin Zhao does have a knock-up, of course, but you know, it's not like the multi-man stuns or knock-ups that you kind of want. So we'll see what they will round it off with. But on the other side though, Leona, Ambessa and Lucian, that's a very aggressive team composition as well. So already I feel like we're looking at a very bloody game. Easy 2-0, let's hope so. Let's hope they can pull it off. Now some supports being banned away here from Turtle. Because you can already tell this Lucian Leona does not want this Yunara to skill into the late game. Because Yunara is, I mean, if you've been watching Worlds at all, that champion is being banned a lot for good reasons. And even more engage coming through here, so we're fighting fire with fire here. Engage from both sides. But I feel like there's just so many more tools here on the side of Neko Elite. It's a bit scary at the moment. We'll have to see where Pandaric takes this. There we go, that's a classic classic Soap champion there. The Cyan being locked in. I mean, it is engaged, but okay, we got an Alistair on top of that as well. A bit more tankiness, the front line is finally there. But I feel like if I look at the tools, like Neko Elite, they just have so many more options available to them. You know, you got the Tibbers, you got the Public Execution from the Ambessa with a lot of mobility in the backline. You got the Culling from Lucian, who also does a lot of damage here, has a lot of mobility in these team fights. And now you have a Gwen as well on the top lane, the blind pick counter coming through. One of those champions that can easily chop through a Cyan or an Alistair. So a lot of damage that needs to be soaked up by just Soap here. And I mean, the Alistair with obviously is also very tanky in those team fights. But yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult here, I think, for Pandaric. And I would prefer the team composition of Neko Elite, in my opinion. But we'll have to see how it plays out. In the end, it just, you know, the draft can help you obviously, but it's not, doesn't mean the game is already won or lost. So we'll have to see how they play out the game. I mean, Zinstinct does have the Aurora as well, and the Xin Zhao Aurora can be a very dangerous duo if they can roam around the map in the mid game here. Can get some ganks off and start a lead snowballing. And now we're gonna have to wait for that beautiful spectator delay. My favorite. And obviously things are going to be a bit rough here for Soap in the top lane. Also have to go for that blind pick, but I mean, he is very used to that, so it's kind of one of his strengths. And he usually does very well for himself in the top lane. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if he falls behind in CS. That's kind of to be expected here. And then you're kind of just putting all the eggs in one basket here on the Senny Yunara late game carry. Getting covered by the front line, by the Alistair, by the Cyan. Hoping Zinstinct can maybe create some chaos in the backline. Got the Crescent Guard up from Ranger. That's kind of what you're hoping for. But it's just going to be so difficult with so many tools on the side of Neko Elite. And the laning phase as well, and the bot lane is not going to be easy here. Especially level 1. You know, Alistar is very, very weak level 1, doesn't have his full combo available yet, so I expect full lane dominance here at the start. On the side of Neko Elite, on the bot side, and on the top side because of the Gwen. And it is going to be an Ambessa jungle question mark? Or is it going to be Gwen jungle? We'll have to see in a bit. And then the Annie Aurora matchup, I honestly have no idea who wins that. But Annie obviously a very solid mid laner. And definitely Aurora, I mean, she has gotten a lot more range on her kit, so can definitely poke out the Annie. But I feel like it should be relatively even in the mid lane. And even if the Annie falls behind, she should still be fine. She can always drop a multi-man stun with the Tibbers, obviously. So I don't see that becoming a big problem here. And it's all going to come down to the Junara. Oh, also hello, iCamper. So I did not hear you join because of Discord sound was muted.
Yeah. Hello.
I think it's because of the streamer mode. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you
sure.
didn't miss a thing, except for the draft, but...
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Good to live in time.
Yeah. Basically right in time for the game, so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, what can we see in this draft? I mean, oh, it's kind of tough, I would say.
Yeah, I was saying the same. I would prefer the draft of Neko Elite here, but we'll have to see. I feel like it's gonna come down to how hard Senny can carry on the Janara, but it's gonna be so difficult, in my opinion.
I think, oh my god, it's very hard. It's very, very hard. Like, both teams have their things to go with. Cyan is dangerous, needs to be dealt with by the Gwen or Ambessa. If they don't, and they need to do it fast at that, I believe, because otherwise their backline, any illusion, can't get past him. At the same time, you have the Xin. I see more of a front line in our team, whilst Nicolete doesn't really have a dedicated front line. Though, to be fair, you have the Tibbers, you have the Leona ult, so especially Sunny and Instinct need to be on guard for during the game, and we can also see the cleanse here on Yonara, and that means they are aware of it. They need to be careful, but if they don't manage to get either Instinct or Sunny during a team fight, I think then it will be very rough for a Nico lead.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. They don't have as much of a front line as we do. And especially if Soap can kind of start building up that passive in the top lane, then it could be a problem. But I mean, obviously you still have to deal with the Gwen, and I do feel like they have a lot of damage horses, so it's still going to be pretty difficult. But that is like still the one thing we have in our team comp, right? We have a dedicated front line, especially Alistar with the oversell can be difficult to deal with.
Yeah. That, and we also need to keep in mind we have the Xin ourselves. Like, he is very tanky and annoying by himself. He also has kind of CC with his third Q being able to knock up a potential Gwen or Ambessa who might who kind of wants to dive into us. And yeah, that really could benefit Xin himself as well, since he can't be hit as well if he pulls his ultimate. Like, he will be kind of fake immune, I would say.
Wait, so it's right now it's Soap in the mid lane actually. So we got some lane swapping going on.
Yeah, and Senny on top lane.
Yeah, Senny's top lane solo playing at the moment, and Instinct is at the bot side of the map. So we're definitely cooking here. And I mean, the Annie really can't do that much against a Sion, to be fair. So it's actually like it's gonna work in the favor of getting that front line to stack up the stacks really fast. And the Yunara should be fine in the top side as well. And like I was saying this as well because like the Alistar level 1 is obviously super weak. And playing into a Leona Lucian in the bot lane is going to be super difficult. So, you know, I was kind of expecting this Leona Lucian combo to be very difficult for the bot lane. But I guess if you
Yeah.
send the soap to, or sorry, sending to top lane, and at least he can still farm up and be ready to carry in a late game, right? So I
Absolutely.
kind of like
Also,
it
like,
what they're doing.
the most important thing in my books is the XP. Like, you have the XP in early game, and that's a thing you might get killed on the bot lane in the early game, early level 2, early level 3, so and so on. But this way, you are way more secure in lane.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like what they're doing. It's a pretty smart adaptation because they probably had to come up with that like after the draft, right? That you probably aren't prepared for that to do it before the game. I would imagine
Absolutely.
anyway. But yeah, whoever called that, you know, we'll see how it works out there. Pilfraz is coming through, happen underneath the tower almost, not quite. So gets to walk away with it. So very nice trade there. Nice return damage there from Sinstinct actually.
Yeah, very nice indeed. And we also need to keep in mind, we have TP on bot lane with Sinstinct now.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, it's gonna make it so much more difficult for this Leona Lucian to start snowballing, because that's really what they want in the early game, right?
Absolutely.
And Lucian already out of mana, has to pop the barrier. Re-engage coming through from the Leona, and that's Turtle going down first, but the kill going to the Leona, so not the end of the world here. Lucian still out of mana, very low on HP. Sinsing flashing forward, can't quite get the kill though. Very close, like literally 1 HP here. Blinking health bar. And now the dive's coming through though, and that is a beautiful secure kill here onto the Yunara. That's exactly what we want to see here. And as a Gwen falling behind is going to make it even more difficult to deal with this sign later on into the game.
Absolutely, and they might now as well get something onto the Ambassador, but Annie is also pretty close. There shouldn't be happening too much. Yeah, she will get away. But yeah, she lost a little bit of health and yeah, won't be able to gank anytime soon. And also Zhao is able to get the top side jungle himself.
Yeah, good awareness from the team, allowing the jungle to counter-invade here and protecting their own jungle in the meantime. And a regain coming through here as Ranger just cleared out all those camps, is now back for more action on the top side of the map here. No flash available, but a dash will be enough at the moment. Sinsing now may be in trouble. Does get away from the stun. Once again, some nice return damage on those trades here. So far a lot of action as predicted from the draft here, but now Falco would like to have a word with this jungler that keeps ganking the top lane. It's kind of isolated at the moment though, as there's a big minion wave that wants to be collected there. Ranger is taking the opportunity, is doing a lot of damage on the Xin Sao. Flash forced away from Falco. Yeah, a bit just disjointed there from Neko Elite.
Indeed.
But so far the gold is dead even at the moment. But honestly, that's a good thing for Panarik here, because they had 2 losing lanes here at the start. And they still get to go away dead even here. So that's absolutely perfect for them.
I wonder when they will swap back, because I can imagine Sunny wanting to get back to the bot lane relatively soonly.
Yes, Instinct is kind of hurting at the moment though, with only 26 CS. So kind of taking the bullet for the team here, but it's for the greater good here, getting your Yunara ahead. Nice engage here. Sinsing just gets popped like that. It's still 2 versus 2 here. Ranger does a lot of damage on the Xin Sao. Flash forward here onto Turtle, who is also gonna drop down. No level 6 at the moment, so it doesn't get to pop the ultimate ignite here onto the Lucian. Ranger can't quite get in range here though. Knock up onto the Leona, but that's not the target that you want. And with Falco just around the corner, Ranger has to be careful here. Doesn't wanna go for the re-engage, but a potential dive here maybe. Xenoblade is going to miss here from the Leona. Instinct already returning back to lane here, should cancel out that invade here. Falco is still on the crux. And Ranger is having none of that. Absolutely annihilates Falco here, but it's not having the greatest success here in these invades. Still very squishy on that Ambessa.
And Yunara now going to the mid lane, and Nico Elite immediately responding to that. They want to send Annie against it now.
Yeah, Sandy also buying the cult here, so going for that full scaling mode. And so far Paneric doing pretty well, trying to make sure they don't get stomped out of the early game with these difficult laning phases they would have had. I mean, there's still a small gold lead here for Neko Elite, but nothing significant at the moment. The Lucian is going to be a bit scarier with 2 kills already on his name.
Yeah, we can now see Leona Lucian heading towards the mid lane.
So Pair has to use the train here, but doesn't get quite out of the dodge because of the public execution, and that means he gets away with it. Okay, he just flashes away and he says, see you later. I didn't quite finish the kill here. Still a couple plates here to be taken. And a nice gank overall here as they group up for the grubs as well. And at the moment, Paneric not really able to respond. We'll see if they try to contest here as the Yunara is walking up. They could also opt in for the dragon. But the thing is, Ranger is not... Yeah, not to the right side of the map here to go for the dragon. It's now locked down. The culling is coming through. That's a lot of danger, a lot of damage here onto Ranger. Crescent Guard is going to get popped here to buy a little bit of time here. Turtle now all left alone as his jungler flashes away. Yunara still alive and kicking though. And the grip's still ready for the taking, but it's the last one. And Ranger is out of danger, but that means the Void Grubs will be taken away here by Neko Elite, but it will come at the cost of 2 kills here in the pocket of Seni. Takes down 2. He's looking to stack up more cash in his pocket.
Yeah, that is exactly where you want your goal to go, right? Like Yunara 3-0 now, which is kind of great. We kind of don't really have the tempo advantage right now. Enemies respawning now. They might as well look for the Drake too.
Yeah, it was kind of an awkward situation, right? Because I don't think Paneric necessarily wanted to contest, but they kind of had to because they couldn't really go for the dragon either. And they didn't want to give up objectives for free at the same time. That meant they just had to go in from like 2 directions at once. And it was a bit awkward at the start. But in the end, they still get 2 kills. They lose the objective, which is a bit sad, obviously. But now you have an accelerated Yunara here. 3 kills in the pocket, just finishing off the Kraken Slayer as well. Actually ahead on the Lucian here on 1 item.
Yeah, that
well,
is very,
for the
big.
moment, at least.
They are the same goal, so we can expect Lucian to get his item now. Although he gets cancelled, and that might be a chance.
Nice head build pulverize here.
Mid lane.
Forces the flash, yeah, that's really good. Dragon is being done at the moment though by Falco. I'm pretty sure, or maybe that was just a skill grab. Oh, never mind. There's the dragon.
Yeah, Lucian now on his recall, and that means he will be late for this dragon, and therefore there should not be anything stopping Paneric to take their first dragon now.
Yeah, very well played there by Paneric. Realizing they had the tempo advantage there after their soap cancels out that recall.
Yeah, important cancel.
And that really is the beauty of League of Legends. Just those small things make all the difference here. As now both teams are kind of heavily grouped around the mid lane here. Top laners just doing their thing, as per usual.
Absolutely, yeah. Sion has a nice farm advantage over the Gwen from the swapping shenanigans, although we can see Aurora has taken a small hit. She is down in CS.
Oh, public execution coming through. Sandy's still alive though, but the Lucian gets free access there. Head with Pulvers underneath the tower here. The exhaust coming through as well. Now Lucian in trouble. Can't finish off the kill where Sandy's still standing, and it's 2 kills picked up here for Paneric. As Falco runs away for the hills. Left alone underneath the tower, but I don't think you can defend it all on your own. That's a lot of damage coming through here, and the tank is coming through from Ranger. That should be another kill picked up here. And it's going to go into the pocket of Turtle here, and that's beautifully fought out there by Paneric. And honestly, that was very close, but like, this is just like peak Paneric gameplay right here, because Senny was so close to dying there, but it was a clutch. Okay, hold on, the Tibbers flash is coming through here, but again, not enough damage to kill Senny off here.
Ranger might be in trouble though.
Yeah, he's out of position here. He's gonna go for the all-in, knowing that his life is on the line. Might as well go for the kill, but yeah, not quite enough damage here.
A little bit overstayed in my opinion, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, this Yunara is so fat at the moment.
Yeah, she is 4-0. She will be a beast.
Let's see if Soap can survive another round of the Gwen and Bessa duo, and seems like he'll be completely fine. Yeah, you can already
And for
see.
now, he will be. Later on, though,
I mean, this is
that.
a 0-2 Gwen with steel caps and a codex, and is already a little bit problematic here. Nice cancel there on the CC, and again another headbutt underneath the tower. Sandy's still alive as Turtle pops the ultimate front line here. Now Leona in trouble, and once again they just can't quite get the kill onto Sandy. They keep trying, but attempt after attempt, they just feed him more gold. Honestly, it's kind of a blessing here for Pandaric.
Yeah, Senny is getting a huge advantage. Every fight they take upon him, they somehow manage to turn around. And yeah, Yunara 5-0. I mean, Lucian as well, like 3-1, but you couldn't take advantage of the early lane. Pandaric has dealt with that issue very well to send Yunara onto a solo lane. And yeah, even in XP, yeah, only Aurora has taken a slight hit, and yeah, Ranger ahead in XP as well. But yeah, Turtle and Yunara, Turtle and Aurora are a little bit behind in XP.
Alright, a minute and 20 seconds left for the next dragon. So you should see the teams looking to gain some vision control relatively soon. As per normal, we have the bot lane here clearing out the mid lane wave. And Soap is just on solo duty here down the bot lane. Yeah, so far, a very nice game from Pandaric as they just weave their way through all the fights that are thrown at them. And honestly, it's,
yeah, I wonder.
it's pretty difficult if you look at the amount of things, or like the tools they have on the side of Neko Elite, and somehow they just don't die, they keep surviving.
Yeah, I think it will get much closer and harder during the mid game and the late game whenever like we really start seeing team fights popping off. But for now, yeah, I see the Pandaric advantages clearly, and they are able to deal very well with the enemy team.
Yeah, this Gwen is going to be a problem in the side lane as well, I think.
Later on, yes, but
At the moment,
I
not.
think
Yeah.
Cyan is also able to handle her quite well as long as it don't turns into an all-out fight. And it seems like Pandaric looks to give up the second dragon. Yeah, they took the Herald instead to get the first tower.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, because like the map is kind of split at the moment there. You can see Pandaric very heavily stacked towards the top side of the map, Soap kind of left on his lonesome. And the response here for Neko Elite is to fight back on the top side as the Herald is summoned at the moment. Hauling coming through here, but Ranger is quite strong here, still surviving. Not enough damage here on the Gwen quite yet, since they're not able to support as well. But with the Herald dying as well and everyone from Neko Elite responding on the top side, the window of opportunity kind of dies down here, and Pandaric look to reset on the back of that. But they do get the tier 1 on the top side here, and some damage on the tier 2.
And that means the next objective, the Drake or Atakan or Baron or whatever will fall next, will decide on the feats of strength as well. So yeah, we can look forward to that as well.
Sometimes I wish I had those feats of strength overlays they have like at Worlds and stuff. Makes it so much more easier to track, you know?
That's right, but I mean, you can keep track of it, and I think at least.
Alright, I mean, we have a dragon spawning in 4 minutes, so that's still a long ways away. And its Mbessa is looking for a kill, or his instinct has to flash away. That is a public execution used as well.
On bot lane.
Gets the engage here onto Annie. Yeah, not much coming through, but that's Tibbers and public execution both used there. Those are big tools in the next team fights. So maybe an opportunity here for Panarik to do something. Ranger is gonna recall here after taking a bit of damage.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage actually.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like, they have an opportunity now to go look for a fight, if they can force it somehow. It's a bit difficult here for Panarik. If they can manage it. Okay, Sanny's taking so much damage. Flash forward. The electrocute pulled barely not enough. Leona looking for that ultimate proc carry, only for being eaten by Sanny. And a little bit of an over-engage here, as maybe Leona will fall in the end. The Solar Flare won't be used to execute Sanny, but will be used in regret as you look at your black and white screen.
And again, Sanny manages to survive with 1 HP. That must be so frustrating.
Yeah.
I believe for him,
Ranger.
the right course would have actually for him to be to die to that Leona, to give that shutdown to the Leona instead of someone else maybe later on.
Okay, but what if Sanny just doesn't die?
What if he doesn't die? Yeah, but he used his flash, so that's kind of unfortunate, I would say. Because like Atakan also 1 minute. That will be the next objective.
True. But yeah,
Who would you see stronger at the current time in an all-out team fight?
I mean, I feel like so much is gonna come down to execution, because like most of the damage for Panarik is just in the hands of Sanny. So if he can survive whatever Neko Elite is gonna throw at him, then I think Panarik will take it. But obviously, if they get like a nice flash Tibbers engage or public execution or whatever, Sanny just pops, then yeah, it's pretty much over for Panarik in my opinion. Because Instinct, he kind of fell behind the early game, and they don't have as much DPS in their team. Like, there's only so much Ranger can do here.
Careful, he is being caught out and will die. Oh. Yunara as well, in danger, and dies as well.
Yeah, pretty much like that. And that's the end of Panarik right there. And now they have to be very careful with no Yunara on the map. There's so much that Neko Elite can take, and they're already on the Atakan. They know they will win whatever fight. So yeah, I think Panarik just have to give it up.
Yeah, that also means Feats of Strength will go to Neko Elite now.
Well, there goes Tibbers. Ranger feeling confident though, is gonna pop the Crescent Guard here. Will solo out this Annie. Doesn't give a damn about the Tibbers. But the
they will
Atakan
not be in
is
time
long
for
gone.
the Atakan. TP is now coming in.
Instinct with the ultimate coming through though. Leona now in danger here. Wind Becomes Lightning is gonna hit here onto Leona. Should be another kill here. So Panarik fighting back here, and now Lucian caught out of guard as well. Ranger is gonna die here. That's a lot of damage. But that's suddenly 3 picks coming through for Panarik.
Yeah, that should secure the dragon that's coming up now.
I mean, they're not really in a position at the moment there. It looks like Sanny is gonna go for this tower at first. And then probably take the dragon afterwards. But to be honest, I mean, Leona and Annie are both respawning already. So they're gonna have to be a little bit fast. Ranger is not alive either, so Falco is on the way with Smite.
Available.
Yeah, that is a problem. And Falco is very much aware of this fact. He's gonna pop that control ward into the bush for a little bit of vision. The turtle has to zone away this Mesa at the moment. We'll go for the engage public execution on the backline here, but a little bit more than she can chew. Is gonna flash out of dodge here, and with that flash being popped here, that should be the dragon secured regardless of the smite.
Yeah, Ranger meanwhile catches the mid wave.
So far this game has been a back and forth all the way through. And you can see it in the gold lead, it's only a small lead here for Panarik. They do have 2 dragons on their name. Yeah, so much.
But But those are only ocean dragons at this point. Like, they are very strong if you get the soul, but singular ocean dragons throughout the mid game aren't that strong as long as you don't play against like burn or stuff.
Neko Elite grouping up at the top side there. It looks like Paneric a bit caught off guard here as they lose their tier 2. Let's see what the response will be though. I don't think they're really in position to get anything back on the map other than this tier 1 at the bot side, but that's very much worth it for Neko Elite, to be fair.
Absolutely.
So well played by them, seeing that opportunity and taking it away.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And you can kind of sense that both these teams are very careful with where they step, because one misstep and you're just gone.
Yeah.
And this game is so close already. So you don't want to be that guy that steps into the bush and throws the game in the mid game after it went so well for so long.
Any misstep could lead into a disaster. Leona very deep here.
Yeah, very risky to be fair. But he's gonna get some nice valuable fish in here. Baron spawning now soon as well, 1.5 minutes to go. And Soap is kinda isolated here, the rest of the team now backing up Leona. As the team is looking to back up this Gwen in the bot side, who is now becoming to be a bit of a menace here. 2 items completed now, and Falco joining in for the party as well. Soap is gonna have to run away. He's gonna go the other side here to get out of dodge. Has to flash over the wall here to get to safety. Because otherwise was gonna run into a Leona and will probably have died here. But what is the response? Paneric looking for a return fight, but it's a bit too late. And now the teleport is coming through here from the Leona actually. Ranger now with the crescent card is going to be able to tank up so much. And he's still alive in the backline, doing so much damage onto the Leona. Now Sinsting jumping over the wall here. Lucian still staying alive, but Paneric finding themselves 2 kills here.
Yeah, and now you can see, if you are not able to take down this Yunara, it will get ugly very, very quickly.
Yeah, not much you can do against this Scion underneath the tower. So Angel just has to walk away, unfortunately. Yeah, you can already see this Gwen is starting to slightly become a problem here in the bot lane. She gets her way in the 1v1. Well, there we go. The needles are coming out here. Soap maybe in trouble right now as the chips are coming through. The stun will be underneath the tower, but so low on HP already. And there we go. The Gwen will take that kill onto Soap. Perfect demonstration of how much Gwen becomes a problem in the late game.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, Sinstinct just straight up just dies right there.
Yeah, Sinstinct got caught out there. Baron is up. This is not a good time to be dead. Cyan dead.
Yeah, that's
Aurora
2
dead.
picks.
And you have 5 members alive on Neko Elite. You need to be careful now. Ranger it will get...
Crescent Guard is coming through here. He's looking to get out of dodge here. Flashing over the wall. Does get to safety. And they know the Baron has to be started. But in the meantime, Angel is taking a free tier 2 in the bot side. And is looking to push even farther. 8 seconds for Soap to be up. Does have teleport available. And so does Sinstinct. But at the same time, Angel is chopping away at this tower. Is low on HP though. Does not have teleport available. But in the meantime, the Baron is being started as well here by Neko Elite. What will be the response? They're looking to contest this Baron. And Senny is still alive. So I can't really blame them. Nice happen film for us here. On the Falco, who's now dropping low on HP. That's a jungler. That's a smite. It's going away. Leona dropping now as well. Lucian out of guard. God of guard here is going to get killed as well. That's a double kill onto Senny. And just like that, Paneric just swiped the floor with Neko Elite, and they will look to take the Baron themselves. Oh, that's a lot of damage from that Aurora. Takes down the final kill, and it's just Angel left standing, but Soap can deal with that. The Pain Train is coming through. Nice dodge away, but no mana. Has to flash over the wall. And Soap will just shake the hand and be fine with that. It is a bot lane enabler to take in here, but the Baron will go in the hands here of Paneric.
Yeah, and that's a trade you will take every day, in my opinion. Also, Ocean Dragon is coming up as well. You might take both objectives this time, and that's a very huge thing. Gwen is forced to recall, and they know they have all the time they need to take both objectives, and that will also get them to the soul point. And yeah, if you get that Ocean Soul, then the Cyan suddenly will become tanky again. Also against the Gwen, and also against the Ambassador.
Yeah, I mean the thing with this Ambessa jungle is she does not have that much HP or resistances at the moment. She's just very squishy. And if you do get caught off guard and you're not in a good position to go into the backline, then you're just dead. It becomes so difficult, and we've seen it multiple times this game.
And mind you, Senny still has flash though. He still has flash. He didn't use his flash last fight, so he still is slippery for the enemies to take. Oh, Yonara needs to be careful. Oh, Leona predicted wrongly there. Lucky for Senny, if he gets caught there, they might get a turn on them.
And let's see what Panarik will do with this Baron though. Right now they're just kind of A-ramming, which is, I mean, not really efficient, so to speak. But it's pretty difficult to find the tower for them. They've already taken so many. The only one really is that tier 2 on the bot side, which is very far away. And you have to deal with the super minions as well, so... Not many opportunities to just collect freestanding gold on the map here for Panarik, which makes it a bit difficult.
I mean, they have gold coming into them basically with the super minions now. You have taken the Baron, that's basically a worst case for the enemy team. Like, you'd never want to take an inhib and lose the Baron at the same time. Like, of course you slow down the enemy's push, but at the same time you still lose on the other side.
And yeah, with no objectives available on the map, the ARAM kind of continues here in the meantime, the side lane. Public Execution actually missing out the Sinstinct here, but it might not matter because this Ambessa is dealing a lot of damage here. Sinstinct does have a bit of mobility himself, but is not enough to compete with 200 years of gameplay experience as the Ambessa finally catches up here.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And again, Sinstinct got caught out, and yeah, now you need to hold the side lane again. And yeah, Nicolete is playing this very, very good. They use their mobility that they have to play all over the map so that you cannot really take advantage of the Baron that you've just gotten yourselves.
I mean, I think it is also a bit of a problem that it doesn't seem like Panarik had a clear plan on how they wanted to use the Baron. They kind of just stood around and they couldn't really deal with the side lanes because this Ambessa and the Gwen are both a big problem. And with those side lanes being pushing in, they couldn't really use the Baron to its full potential, basically. And now that's run out as well. But obviously we do deny it from the enemy team, which is already big enough. But the game is still in open hands here, even though we have a 5k gold lead. It can go away in a second if they can find the engager onto Senny. That is the golden prize here for Neko Elite. But yeah, this sideline is going to become a bit of an issue here at some point. Because again,
in trouble.
Ranger is coming from behind. The collapse is coming through. And that should be enough with the exhaust as well. Maybe a bit overkill even. That was actually a teleport from Soap as well. So they really went all out onto this Ambessa. And they're looking to push their lead even further. It's going to be Soap responsible to defend the base. Neko Elite. What will be the response? They can either try to fight back on the other side of the map here and have to deal with Soap, or they're going to have to reply on the bot side. And it looks like they're going to fight fire with fire as they look to push into the top lane here. Sinstinct has since respawned as well. Can't deal with the wave in the mid lane, and Soap is just a tank, a beast at the moment. But even the Gwen can still chop through the Sion quite easily if there's enough CC to back up here. But Sinstinct now ready to trade some kills. Will take down at least the Leona here, but with Zombie Soap on his side. Does some damage to the Gwen here as well. But in the meantime, in the bot side here, Panarik are looking to just absolutely annihilate the base here of Neko Elite here. And with no Lucian, no Leona alive, it is going to be very difficult to deal with this Yunara. Public Execution still available here for Falco. You feel like that has to be the solution to the problem. No Tibbers available either though. Will Panarik push the
coming
issue?
in soon though. Ocean Dragon is up as well now. They might look for just an exit dragon right now, which would mean the soul. And the soul will be very, very huge. Ocean Soul now available maybe for Soap and also for Senny as well. Like a little bit more tankiness. Also Sinstinct could Very,
they're gonna start
very
it off
much
here.
use of it. Yeah, they will just burst it instantly. They know they can take it. They just have the right amount of time to get it. Alistar
Turtle
will
here in the front
sacrifice
line.
himself for the sake of the dragon. But Baron is now spawning as well, so we don't have Alistar available now during the dragon. But also at the same, we don't have teleports, unfortunately. Otherwise, Cyan could have maybe looked for a backdoor ending. Or he could maybe do it still instead, just running through with his ultimate if he wants to.
I think he's
but
doing
Annie
it.
is now catching. He is doing
Yeah,
it. He
there he
is
comes.
going all
Here comes
out.
the
He is
train.
going offensive. But can you interrupt Neko Elite on the recalls now is the question. They are now going for the recalls, and can they be cancelled? I don't think so. Lucian recall will come through. Sunny arrived in the fight now. 2 members of Neko Elite down.
Yeah,
Will
so the
Soul
trouble though.
survive is the question. I don't think so. He eats
He is a
lot
dead
of
man.
damage.
That's so much damage from a Cyan though. But yeah, it's not going to be enough here. But the rest of Pandaric is still looking to push down the mid lane here. It is going to be a 4 versus 3 at the moment here. Once Turtle rejoins his team. Angel maybe caught off guard here. Is going a little bit forward. Sonya's is coming through, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make yourself survive here. So much healing coming through though, but in the end, Angel still dropping down here as Pandaric are looking to siege down the mid lane here. Take down the inhibitor tower. And next up on the menu is the inhibitor itself. That is the second
That's a
dropping
long
here.
cooldown still to go. Ambessa 20 seconds, Leona 6 seconds.
Yeah, and Sunny
And
is
that
still
could
alive here.
spell the end, actually.
It's only one Nexus turret left standing here. Turtle looking to take and soak up some much damage, and that Lucian just pops like it's damn nothing, and now the Nexus exposed. It's going to be Pandaric winning out on game number 1 in a hefty back and forth.
GG, well played. Very nicely played. They just overloaded the enemies at the end. Neko Elite couldn't stand it. They just had to give up 1 or 2 picks too many. If that Gwen, for example, hasn't been slain earlier, this end would have not been possible, I think. But yeah, they just managed to get the catch onto her, and then it was just 4v3 and later, then you can't just do anything anymore.
Yeah, GG is very well played by both teams, to be fair, because this entire game was very high tempo. Both teams looking for every little bit of advantage they can find on the map. So very difficult game for both teams, but it's going to be Pandaric coming out on top on the first one. And now we're going to quickly throw it into a break, and then we'll be back with game number 2. and welcome back to game number 2. And we are shocked to see a Javanna locked in. It's been a while since I've seen that champion.
Yeah.
But hey,
We are already theorizing dragon stacking going on now. And
does
you
mean
see since
yeah, we got the Xin Zhao in our hands once again. So I think Ranger is going to be pretty happy with that. Had a really good game on the Xin Zhao in game number 1.
and we see Wukong hover.
I mean, it's a hover. We don't get baited by hovers. We'll see what the lock-in is going to be. It looks like we're just running it back. I mean, we were pretty happy with that team
Never.
composition. It worked out really well.
Never change a running system.
Exactly. But yeah, we'll have to see what they draft around this Shyvana. And maybe they'll just run it back as well.
Lucian.
I mean, the Lucian worked out really well, to be fair.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they're just running it
Lucian
back.
Leona is a thing again.
Are we gonna see the Yunara as well? I mean, I see no reason why you wouldn't want the Yunara again. Senny was pretty good on that champion, one could say.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, can you gamble on the same things going on again? Because if you go topside this time, the enemies might smell it. And if you face a Lucian solo as a Yunara in the early game, I think that's even tougher now.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna go
That's
Vayne.
what I kinda expected, not gonna lie.
Alright then. I mean, that's a classic Sandy champion as well, so I'm all here for it.
Absolutely. We have the Ambassador ban, and I would almost assume we will also get to see a Gwen ban.
Yeah, I mean, that will make sense. I mean, Soap does get to have a counter pick if he wants to.
Yeah.
So, like, normally I see Soap on Ornn and Sign, you know, but sometimes he gets to get the counter pick, he gets to go off the leash, he gets to have some fun. So we'll see if they give him the opportunity this game.
I have something in my head. How the draft could look like. And it would be very disgusting if that happens. What if Red 4 Lulu?
Yeah, I mean,
What if Red 4 Lulu?
I mean, we'll have to see, but at the moment that would mean a very untouched Vayne, yeah.
And what if Red 5 Renekton then?
I mean,
I don't see how the enemies are playing against that. I don't see it.
I mean, we'll have to see what they lock in themselves first for B4.
Oh
B5.
my god!
Well,
Oh my god!
there's
Oh my god!
There is a Lulu. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely gonna have some fun this game. I mean, there are still some opportunities to get some CC, some lockdown onto this Vayne, but we'll have to see what they go with.
Kassadin? Question mark?
Because Lucian
Wukong
is still
being hovered. Interesting. Even more pick potential this time around. But don't forget, Vayne can just go Wits and later on as well go for more tank items as soon as she hits a few items she needs.
That is very
So-
true, but I think Lucian Leona is still going to be very strong in lane, and Vayne obviously struggles a bit in lane.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely. No doubts
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if
what
we
will
ever
you
get to
pick
that
now on
point,
top lane to round us off?
yeah, I mean, this is where Soap gets the counter pick, right? And I mean, you were saying for Renekton. We'll have to see if.
Yeah, I kind of assume Renekton, though you play against a Gnar. I could also imagine now an Ornn be picked. Though I'm not sure if the Xin Zhao and Ornn... I mean, Ornn, yeah, he can engage, but kinda not. Like, only his ult is a little bit meh. But...
No. Don't give me Ornn. I mean, it would be for the better, but.
I mean, we saw many solo bolos from Soap with Ornn against Nars, so...
That's true.
Yeah.
I was just hoping to see him on Darius or something, you know.
I
Or
think if
Jax.
they picked if they picked anything else than Gnar, we would have seen Renekton.
Yeah, maybe.
But into Gnar, I can see why you wouldn't pick Renekton.
Yeah, no, that's very valid. I mean, this is a very good team composition here for Panari, that's for sure. But at the same time,
Absolutely.
there is a lot of, LeBlanc Lucian is very scary to play into, even if you have a Lulu on your side. If you're out of
Yeah,
position.
but imagine this. Imagine this. You get the Wit's End, and Ornn upgrades the Wit's End. How much magic resist do you want to have? Yes.
True.
And suddenly this Shyvana E damage from far away, or this LeBlanc burst damage that comes in Lulu shield plus that much magic resist will just not be enough anymore to deal with Sunny. And if you are not able to one-shot a Vayne that potentially is able to hit 3 or 4 items, then good luck, have fun. But you need to get to the point.
Exactly.
It is very clear. Nico Elite is running an early game draft here with Lucian, LeBlanc, Gnar, and Leona. But yeah, if they are not able to execute that, then there will be troubles for Nico Elite. Like, if we see 25 minutes, then we have an issue for Nico Elite.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one. I feel like 1 to 2 items you would prefer an Elite because there's a lot of burst damage and his Lucian is super scary. But after that, once the Vayne gets to 3-4 items, you get some tank items, the Ornn upgrades come through. That's when it gets really scary. But at the same time, I mean, the Xin Zhao early game is also pretty strong and can also really skirmish in the early game. So if you can...
Aurora as well.
Yeah, true. Especially if you get level 6 as well. But yeah, if you can find the right fights, then it's not like Panarik can't do anything in the early game either. So
yeah, and since Stinked himself is a LeBlanc enjoyer too, so he will know how to play against that champ too. I always feel like LeBlanc is kind of a wild card in games. Like, yeah, sure, like she is rather frequently played at points, but still, she always feels like a wild card. It's kind of always a hit or miss. If you get ahead, it's like Omega broken. If you get behind, you feel utterly useless. And especially in the late game, like we've seen it ourselves last week, I believe it was, if I'm correct, where we had this long game, or was it the first match day? I'm not sure anymore. But when we had to play with LeBlanc on Sinstinct, and we suddenly couldn't end the game really anymore because the enemies were turtling in their base, and you can't really have access with a LeBlanc in the enemy base. And yeah, then you suddenly run into issues when you can't find flanks anymore. So as long as you, as Pandaric in this game, protect your flanks, your sides, and have good vision, I believe Neko Elite will have a hard time here.
yeah, we'll have to see if they can manage to get to that sweet spot on the Vayne with the 4 items. That would be absolutely beautiful. And I mean, we know Sandy can absolutely pop off on that champion as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm actually curious about the Shyvana as well. I've not seen this champion in ages, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, that's also a wild card. Like, it's for early game pressure, fast jungle clear, fast dragons. So I would assume Pandaric kinda wants one dragon, one of the first 3 dragons. If they manage to get that, I believe they outscale. Hard. But if Nico Elite is able to hit the soul or get a ridiculous advantage until that point, then it will go towards Nico Elite's favor. But only future will tell. The next half, in like 30 minutes, we will be a lot smarter on that topic as we are into the second game of today. And yeah, I hope to see another exciting game. And yeah, potential another 2-0 for Pandaric today.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I absolutely jinxed it with that.
Let's hope not. Now we already got some level 1 cheese here going
Interesting
on.
stacking here.
Yeah.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
But Panaric's having none of it though. They're not going for the invades. No aggressive movement there, so well, Instinct canceling the recall there. absolute BM. And already on the back of that,
Mana flow ban
getting some
for
vision here.
Instinct. I will count that a victory.
Stonks. Yeah, nice actually, just getting that ward into the blue buff.
I always love to get those early flow stacks on lane.
I mean, this does mean that Panaric is just gonna have more info on where the jungler is going to be. Just with that one ward. Alright, let's see then. As the laning phase starts off here, I mean, yeah, Shyvana does have that fast clear, so we should see a little bit of tempo advantage there, but doesn't really have the best ganks and kind of prefers to just power farm it up. Compared to Xin Zhao, who does can get some nice ganks off here. And this time around, we do get the normal lanes here, no cheese this time around.
Yeah, I also think like Vayne early levels are kinda underrated. It can definitely be strong, especially with a Lulu next to you. Lulu also able to deal a lot of
Playing
damage in
Lulu
the
with
early
Vayne
game.
is really nice. That I can agree with. Actually, we get a little bit of an evade going on there. Okay, Turtle in trouble here, taking a lot of damage. Ignite coming through now as well. Flash follow up here by the Leona, and Valko is here as well. He's gonna yoink that first blood. Says thank you very much here. Now Sani has to get out of dodge here. Does have to flash away and it should be fine here. Actually, Turbo Speedster is on the way here, but yeah.
And he is able to get out, but that's a little bit rough.
Yeah, and this is to emphasize the point once you get to that point, but you do have to get there. And with a Lucian Leona in your bot lane, that is very difficult. As you see, that's a lot of damage from that Lucian. Double electrocute here from Lucian and Leona. So that's just so much burst damage coming through, especially in these early levels.
Yeah, but now this
the
time
dive's
around,
coming
Ranger
through
is
and-
bot lane, but can you take advantage of it? Yes, you can! Ranger is there to capitalize on their engage.
Yeah, it will come at the cost of Sani, but it should be 2 kills picked up here, and it's a double picked up there by Ranger.
And that will hasten his jungle tempo, so it is not bad in my books.
Yeah, but it does mean that Sani does get put further behind though, so this laning phase still is going to be very difficult. And in the meantime, Falco was able to farm up a lot of camps as well. Does now have a camp lead at the moment. Still looking to clear the rest of his top jungle as well.
But also no flash available for Shyvana now, and that means until level 6, you are a little bit stationary.
Okay, this is an interesting clear, because Falco is taking the... Okay, sorry, I have to focus back here on the bot lane here as Lucian is going to do a lot of damage here onto the Vayne. But yeah, takes down the wolves, goes back to the raptors, ignores the blue and the gromp, unless that is a bug, but is going back for that invade here. But it looks like Ranger has kind of read it, is now taking away the blue and the gromp here, so it's kind of a trade here. But re-engaging on the Sani was now so low HP. And you can see the struggles in his bot lane keep continuing. And Sani may be able to find a re-engage kill here. The tumble will finish off that kill here. And in the meantime, actually they read the invade here. Sinstinct takes down Falco on that invade, so that's quite massive. Because in the meantime, Ranger is taking down the camps there on the bot side. So this means that Giovanna has no camps up at the moment. Doesn't have level 6 either. So is now stuck being a level 4 Shyvana with no camp, so very little to do for this jungler at the moment.
Yeah, but the bot lane has it very tough right now. Like, double electrocute is very tough to deal with in the early game. But, again, like, later on, this Leona also will not be able to really face tank, because Aftershock would be a very valuable tool for that.
Yeah, and it goes hand in hand with their game plan, right? They want to stomp the early game as hard as they can, so it makes sense.
Absolutely.
And we can see
I absolutely
Sani is
agree
struggling.
with their choice.
Cloud Dragon now being up, and you can see both teams kind of hovering it, making sure the other team doesn't take it, but no team really committed to taking the objective at the moment.
Shyvana has taken quite the hit in farm if you look at that.
Yeah.
She is a lot of CS down, and that's not something you would like to have. And Xinzhao is now coming towards the dragon. Will he run through? Because if he does, there could be trouble.
I mean, it's a level 4 Shyvana. She is so squishy, already taking so much damage from the dragon. Now the engage is coming through. Ranger, though, is also being popped like a balloon here. Sandy just doesn't have quite the damage at the moment. Sinstinct here to arrive, though. Takes down Leona. Finally, now a double kill here. The LeBlanc coming from the backline, but is kind of feeling left alone. Doesn't want to go for the engage. And just like that, Pandaric sweeps up the fight. And that is 2 kills in the back pocket of this Vayne, being right back into it.
Yeah, and that's a very important thing. If this Vayne gets into the game, we've talked about it a lot already, and I think already enough. But yeah, just delaying this dragon. Just delaying already is worth so much.
Turbo Speedster looking to play some games here. Is going to go with the flash here. And Sinstinct is having so much impact in this early game here on the Aurora. 3-0 and 1 at the moment. There we go. Ranger will finally pick up that kill as well. That Aurora flank was massive.
That means a tempo disadvantage now. Tempo disadvantage now for the LeBlanc. She bought time.
Falco is going
but
again for the dragon. This is super risky.
Super risky, but Pandaric doesn't want to deal with it. They to themselves think now, yeah, let them take it probably. And we just delayed it already. And yeah, as I already said, like anything you delay at this point is very, very good for Pandaric. Also, I do feel like a singular Cloud Dragon is not really something that spells an issue for you.
Yeah, but I want to point out again. So this started like 3 or so minutes ago, where Falco was going to go from Wolves to Raptors and kind of skipped their own topside jungle to invade again, then got caught off guard, which meant the Shyvana had no camps left. And from that point onward, the Shyvana tried to take that dragon, and it's been like 3 minutes of just dying and hitting a dragon. So very far behind now. Ranger in danger as well, but does get out of dodge here with the flash. Now the Leona left on her lonesome, as Sinstinct is once again just having a very good fight here as he takes another double kill. This Aurora is having an absolute blast here. 5 kills in 8 minutes, that's insane. Soap now calling the pain train here is gonna miss that one. So the Gnar does get out of dodge here.
But yeah, every kill they take is mattering so much more with the composition that they are playing. Like, how will they deal with this later on?
Yeah, and it comes down to that fight in the bot lane around that Cloud Dragon. Okay, hold on, Ranger is still looking for more here. Doesn't go for the tower dive here, but Falco breathing down his neck.
2 levels down on Xinzhao now. She still is level 5, though she should hit level 6 now on the Scrumble Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, that fight around the Cloud Dragon just turned this game in the favor of Pandaric so massively. Because not only do you have Sinstinct so far ahead, suddenly this Vayne is back into the game as well, who was struggling so hard in the bot lane. That was like the one win condition that Neko Elite still had for them going. And this jungler fell behind so far as well. And now the Aurora carry is coming through. Vayne is feeling very well into the laning phase now as well. Getting that injection of gold. Now very close to Blade of the Ruined King. So suddenly Pandaric is doing very well here.
Shyvana was able to get the grabs. But yeah, she has thrown her ultimate. That also means, again, like she just hit level 6, used her ultimate, and will have some troubles again potentially now.
Chain will be cancelled there as Ranger dashes forward onto the Gnar here, who's taking a lot of damage as Crescent Guard is coming through here for Ranger as well, who is looking to dominate this team fight in the backline. But in the meantime, Senny's being dove upon and is looking for help here as the Ignite is ticking down. But Senny once again living with that sliver of HP like he always does, as the damage has ran out there for Neko Elite. And Ranger still on the backline taking more kills in the back pocket of Pandaric. And just like this, the game looks pretty much over at 10 minutes already.
Yeah, that's disaster. You pick these early game champions and now you're getting so much into your face already. And yeah, it will only get worse and worse and worse. You have the LeBlanc, you have the Lucian, you have the Leona. On the other hand, you have Vayne and Lulu, and they will scale up to no ends. Vayne now looking at a finished Blade of the Rune King. Lucian can match that with a finished Ascent Revolver by himself, but still, you don't want that Vayne to be even with yourself. You want her to be behind, and by quite the margin.
Yeah, and unfortunately that is currently not the situation here. Sandy feeling pretty comfortable at the moment. Yeah, now just gets to farm for free in the bot lane basically. No longer has to struggle against the Lucian Leona. Those times are long gone here.
But you have to be careful now. LeBlanc might be on the move. No, she decided against it. She's now looking for a recall. And this Aurora damage.
Culling coming through here. Instinct is just gonna have to face tank that one. But yeah, that is a lot of damage coming through. As they're once again posturing forward. So this Lucian Leona duo is still very dangerous.
Yeah, has to be a little bit careful now. But Xin Zhao arrived, and that means Leona is in big trouble.
Yeah, that's another kill picked up here. I mean, 7-1-3 here on Ranger and 6-0-5 on Instinct. They're having absolute pop-off games here as Falco is once again in trouble. Add another one to the tally here for Ranger. Almost hits the Whimsicott Lightning. Not quite yet here, but a flash forced away by the Lucian. And that just when the dragon spawns as well. So perfect timing here for Paneric as they look to secure themselves an objective in their back pocket.
And Vayne on the side lane, that is also very dangerous. You kind of want to face her with Lucian and Leona, but currently Pandaric is able to evade that pretty well, and that could spell a big issue for you on Nico Elite. Twelve stacks to go until Senny finishes his call.
Yeah, you can see how they're trying to be aggressive in the mid lane with the Lucian Leona, but Panaric is just so far ahead. They have so much control of the map. They can always just put Ranger down the mid lane, and suddenly you're facing these two very fat members of Panaric. And it's just very difficult to do anything at the moment if you're Neko Elite. Well, maybe a kill onto Ranger could start the comeback. A shutdown in the back pocket of the Lucian. That's exactly what you need on the side of Neko Elite.
Absolutely, that's 1,000 gold almost for the Lucian, and yeah.
Well, this Instinct might be the next target.
You want that.
So more poke coming through here. Solar Flare not available though. Instinct is very much aware, just takes down the mini wave, but the chains are hitting though, and that's a CC lockdown onto Instinct. The shutdown going to the Leona is not really optimal, but at least they get the shutdown here.
Yeah. The first blood tower goes to Pandaric now. Herald is up in 30 seconds, and the next dragon 3 minutes, Atakan 5 minutes, so we will see a lot happening soon again. Tenny, 2 stacks left on his call.
And now finally bot laners are facing each other once again. Zanny getting caught off guard here, a lot of damage, plants coming through, Ignite being popped here as well, but he stays alive yet again. It's almost a deja vu of last game here, Zanny gets a free reign here on the Gnar, still alive with 1 HP. I mean, this is going to be playing on repeat in the dreams of these Neko Elite players. It's just Zanny on 1 HP in the backline. Causing absolute havoc here. Ranger is taking a lot of damage here in a 2 versus 1. So does get taken down there on the top side of the map, and that just when the Herald spawns here. Culling coming through here, dealing significant damage here on this Instinct.
And
And
this means...
All the ultimates popped there on the side of Panaric means they just have to give this one up.
Yeah, that means Feats of Strength this time around go to Neko Lead. But yeah, Sunny finished his call. And he should also soon finish his next item. Which should be Rageblade, I assume.
Yeah, I would think so.
After that, I think we will see Sunny going for tanky items.
That would make a lot of sense, yeah. I mean, Senny still has to be very careful on his team fights now, yeah.
Absolutely.
Even though...
I mean, you have the Lulu.
So much damage there from Senny. The Wild Growth coming through, but that's a lot of damage here. It does get the shutdown. But it goes either way. Now Falco a little bit too far forward here. Should be taken down here by Ranger. Flash forward here. Is going to go for LeBlanc. And just enough damage to get the kill here. We'll take down Falco as well. And Ranger is just having an absolute game here.
Yeah, and it's disaster again.
Well, Sinstings has arrived to the playing field. And says thank you very much for another bounty in my collection. Not sure if he's gonna have enough damage to take down the Leona as well. It's a lot of CC on one champion.
This, he will get away.
I mean, still gets to force out the solar flare, that's always nice. And now just has to watch on as the entire jungle is being consumed here by Ranger as well. And the lead continues to grow here for Panaric.
Yeah, and Ornn is having a blast on top lane as well. Ranger looking here for Leona, and this Leona still no aftershock. I can't say this often enough.
Koning is coming through, but it's not enough damage to deal with Ranger danger as he takes the kill here.
Yeah, I mean, Xin Zhao is an absolute monster.
Yeah, nothing you can really do against this Xin Zhao. 11 and 3 is just absolutely disgusting.
You can only put it that way. There is no other word for it.
Let's see, Falco. Dragon Steel. Give it to me.
I mean, he definitely wants to. He definitely wants to, but it
there
is
we go.
not worth. It is not worth, Falco.
Oh, the
And
1
he
HP!
didn't
No!
He didn't get it. Oh my god, that is so unfortunate.
1
I feel with
HP.
him. I feel with him. Holy moly.
Oh no.
Gnar, though, gets his revenge kill onto Solb for his team. And mind you, like, look at the gold currently. Like, we are not that far apart. It's just that we have a lot of focused gold onto Xin Zhao, onto Vayne, onto this Aurora, and the shutdowns. Yeah, like one went to Lucian, but the other 1k went to Leona, and yeah, that's very rough. You don't have the gold distribution you really would like to have.
Yeah, I mean 3 kills onto the Shyvana as well. Your LeBlanc is kind of struggling, 1 and 3. And your Lucian is also 2 and 5 at the moment.
And Vayne is actually looking for yet another damage item, which I can only assume now to be the Wit's End that I've spoken a lot about already.
Yeah, it should be.
And Shyvana.
That did no damage. Culling coming through though. That is a lot of damage here onto the Vayne. Gets popped like it's nothing. And that is the opening that Neko Elite are looking for. Angel a little bit out of position here. The Meganar is not even gonna pop here. Ranger still alive. Crescent Guard popped here. Leona now out of position here. Is gonna get taken down in no time. And the Herald is being used here. As the Lucian is gonna go for a taxi ride. Uber me out of this place. I don't wanna die. Is gonna miss the tower as well and is now stuck in the mid lane. I'm not sure what's happening up there, but it's definitely a circus, that much I can tell you. as Falco is now running away. That is actually going to be the tier 1 tower here being picked up. As Paneric is just spamming question mark pings on the map. I mean, he's going to go for another slam on this tier 2 tower here. So actually a lot of tower damage here coming through from that Herald. Actually, he's going to get the tier 2 tower as well. There's a lot of gold injected into this Lucian. I mean, Senny should be able to get this kill, but worth it, sort of?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah, and you also get the Atakan at the same time. It is a worth trade in the end. But yeah, they managed to get onto Sunny in the last fight, and yeah, but fair. He didn't have flash up. If he had flash, would have been a lot harder. But they managed to do it, and you can see what happens if they manage. It is a lot tougher for Pandaric, although they still managed to fight back very, very well with less fat Xin Zhao and Aurora as well.
Yeah, I mean, Pandaric, they just have so much damage at the moment. They're not as reliant on Senny this time around.
And you have to invest so much as well to get this Vayne, actually.
Yeah, that's very true as well. Hopping on all of ultimates to just take down Senny does mean that the Xin Zhao and the Aurora go untouched here. As the top laners are having a little bit of fun up here, but I don't think Soap gives a damn. Well, he's gonna look to go for the solo bolo here. Let's see if he can get it. He's gonna miss the call of the Forge God there. Hopped away by the Gnar. Yeah, they're still looking to dive him here. Nice Bellow's Breath to deal with the stun, but the Ignite pop now means it's going to be the end of Soap there. Does get the 1-for-1 trade. That's actually quite massive here. Because in the meantime, Pandaric, they're just looking to load all of their players on the bot side here, taking down the tier 2 tower as they continue their siege here. And there's no real response at the moment. They don't really have the players here. They do manage to clear out the wave though.
Lucian still staying top lane.
Yeah, he's gonna look to take that tier 2 tower, but with its instinct being there as well, should be able to clear out that wave, but not enough sieging power here to actually take down the inhibitor tower, so should be fine there. The culling is coming through. Instinct has to be careful. He's going to hop around between worlds, so he's going to be able to dodge out on that. Now both players being alone, looking to avoid each other, but secretly they kind of want to get the kill as well. Instinct being very careful. He's going to go invisible. He's going to get the snipe here, flash away by the Lucian,
nice
just
flash.
on time. And that's going to be a solo kill here, but it's going to be a 1 versus 1. But it's a shutdown here onto the Lucian, so I guess still happy with that trade in the end. And man, this game has been chaotic. I mean, look at the amount of kills. 42 kills in 23 minutes. It has been action non-stop.
Action non-stop indeed.
Oh, we're gonna get a little bit more action here as Ranger just straight up jumps in the entire team here. The Crescent Guard is gonna come through here.
And there is nothing you can do on Nico Elite's side. This Vayne has already spiked on 3 items, and what are you going to do about it now with a Lulu behind it to back it
Flash
off?
forward as well from Senny. He's looking for the quadra kill. And just like that, this Vayne struggled so massively in the early game, but is now fully online. 11 and 3, 3 items unlocked like you mentioned. And yeah, with no one really locking her down in those team fights, everyone focusing on Ranger, that means this Senny Vayne is going absolutely rampant in the team fight. And that should be the game here with 4 members of Neko Elite still being down. I don't think this Lucian and Leona have much to say about the ending of this game. It is going to be another Pandaric victory here.
And a very decisive one at that this time. You've played against an early game heavy team and you still managed to win the early game, and that is quite impressive as we are looking at a 2-0 today for Pandaric.
Two and 0, who thought it was possible? we're long gone from the 1-1 days, it seems. But yeah, very well played here by Pandaric, to be fair. Dealing with this Lucian Braum. In the first game, kind of just dodging away from it. That was very interesting to see. And second game, I mean, it was a bit of a struggle early on, to be fair, but they found the one fight they needed, and from that one fight onwards, they just never let go, really.
Yeah, they kept their heads up and just used their advantage and got everything they wanted. Yeah, I've gotten a message from one of the boys. Taupe wants to join for an interview.
Yeah, I need to know who called that in game 1, the lane swaps.
We will get to know soon. I will move him down.
What the?
Hello.
Soap.
Oh, wait, I'm doing the interview.
Did you write to me? Didn't you write to me you wanted to do? Oh no, it was Instinct. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I misread. I mean, I can move Instinct as well, and we have both of you.
Yeah, sure,
I will
why
just
not?
do that. I will just do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's becoming a
Wait.
party
My
down
bad.
here.
a double interview,
Hello.
big.
Hello, double interview today. Yes.
Hello, Warlix. Hello, Matze. Hello again, Soap.
Hello.
Hello again. All right. I mean, first question that I need an answer for.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the genius behind the game 1 lane swapping shenanigans?
Well, was it me? Did I say that? No,
I
I'm
think-
honestly asking because I don't remember.
I mean,
think
you said it at first, but I think
I suggested
wanted
the
to go
Aurora
mid
bot.
At least.
Yeah.
I wanted to go mid.
Yeah, you going mid is fine, and then we were like, wait, but we can swap Aurora bot too. It
Yeah.
was
So,
a team
so
effort.
it was a team effort.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right. So basically, all of Panaric are just geniuses, basically.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, there we go. We got our answer. No, I mean it worked out really well, to be fair. And I mean, how was that game 1? Because like from my POV as in casting that game, it was a very chaotic game. So like, how was like the communication in that game?
I mean, we always knew what we needed to do. The only problem that ended up being with that game is that they were very snappy with their champions, right? Like they have instant engages from out of Fog of War. So there were a bit of problems regarding that, and especially when Inhib fell bot, right? So I'm gonna let you talk too.
Oh yeah, speaking of that inhib, I saw the Baron fight and well, Gwen was out of vision for a little bit too long, but I guess she just stayed. And then while the fight was happening, she got like a free bot lane inhib. But I mean, at least we got Baron, so it's not
In
the
my
worst.
I got
books-
one shot by a 05 Ambessa, so that was great.
Oh, actually, yeah.
In my books, that inhib loss was actually not even bad. Like, you got the Baron plus an inhib loss with a kind of strong scaling comp.
Yeah,
Like,
the only
that's
problem.
kind of like gold funneling into you, no?
Yeah, in that regard, it's great. But the only problem is we can't match their 1-3-1 because Aurora just loses on side to both Gwen and Ambessa.
True.
And Sion just kind of like can't push. Like he can be fine, but he can't push into them.
Yeah.
Also, what they did this game was like Gwen was obviously on side. She was like top lane for the entire game.
Mm.
And also Leona was hovering her, so it was like getting that bot inhib allowed them to like look for like it was harder to cover or clear the wave on top.
Mm.
So we couldn't really 5v5.
Yeah.
But it turned
But
out well.
in the end, you managed to do that. I mean, you kind of forced the enemies into that issue, I believe. Also with the dragon stacking that you guys had going on for yourselves. Like, you went for the ocean dragon in the end as well. And yeah, they needed to fight you. And whenever they needed to fight you, it didn't go their way.
Yeah, 5v5s were unplayable for them in both games, realistically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, apparently Sunny has like a thing of living with 1 HP. He seems to really enjoy that. So
Yeah, he does. He gives us strokes with that too. Don't worry.
It works out pretty well.
Save him. Save Private Ryan every single series, but it's great. You know, at least we have Private Ryan. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's a series I would watch. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you had an absolutely banger of a game too, as well. The Ranger as well, on the Aurora. Absolutely smurfed that fight.
Ranger, unlucky. It's me. I'm Cindy.
Yeah,
Said
I
my
know.
name wrong. That's
No,
all.
no. But both of you had banger games. That's what I'm saying.
You meant both of us.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, you both had banger games, obviously. Around that Cloud Dragon fight, you absolutely smurfed that fight. That was you on the Aurora getting that flank off. Yeah, I mean, how was the Aurora for you? Because you like absolutely smurfs. I mean, I think both games you did pretty well. I think
Okay, so-
actually Camper had the stat that you did more damage on the Aurora in the first game than Sunny did on the Yunara, right?
Yeah, I think it was just around barely, yeah. But what's intriguing about the Aurora is she was in no way, shape, form, or capacity planned before the Champ Select of Game 1, which is intriguing, right? Because we wanted to do something different. We were looking for like something that we practice more in scrims, which is like B1 Oriana and stuff, but they seem to have sniffed it out. Worlds did not help with that, because
True.
at Worlds Oriana seems to be pick or be like B1 or ban and everything. So once they banned that and our Rek'Sai, which is like our usual go-to looks, inherently, we all sat there. We were like, we don't want to pick top. We don't really want to pick ADC. So what do we do? And I think Turtle, our support, just shouted Aurora, and I was like, you know what? Why not? It was like probably the second time that we ever played it in scrims and Prime League included. So I mean, turned out fine, you know. It might be the fact that I have like 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen in my blood. That really helped a lot, because I have to have surgery in like an hour. So
Okay then. I mean,
Yeah.
is that why you just mega
Damn.
stomped them 2 games in a row?
Hey, I'll say it like this, right? I was at the doctor's earlier, and the doctor said, "Bro, you need to go to the ER like right now." And I just said, "I can't." They were like, "Why?" And I was like, "You wouldn't understand."
I guess bro is
Oh
just
my
built
God.
different then. Damn. I mean, respect.
Yeah, I mean, nothing 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen, a monster, and 15 cigarettes can't fix. Kids, don't do anything of what I told you to do right now. But
This is not advice for anyone watching, by the way. Just
no, not at all. But if you need to come in clutch, and if there's no other way, use your own way. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it worked. I mean, that is definitely one of the crazier stories that I've heard in recent times.
Yeah, it is. It is quite funny.
Yeah, I mean, I would say best of luck at surgery, I guess. Hope it
I
all
will
goes
be
well,
fine.
man.
It's nothing
Absolutely, best of
dangerous.
luck, and
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good to hear, at least.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Turtle this question last time as well, because obviously 2 new faces in the team. So I need to know, what is your favorite champion, or champions if you can't choose?
Favorite champion? It's always been a difficult question. I am one that loves to play many different things, but I would say that the team would probably agree so far as well. It's always has to be, like, in terms of a gameplay related thing, it would be Ari. I love the way she plays the game. It feels great to be the one with the charm, so to speak.
Yeah.
I've always been like, I always loved the idea of flanking, of being unseen before it's too late. Like, that kind of playstyle always suited me.
Yeah, I guess the Aurora
So-
makes a lot of sense then as well.
Yeah. It all fits in quite well, right? Aurora, LeBlanc, Ari, all of these champions. It is what I've most played in Prime League so far. It has been successful. My original main was also Zed, because I, like all the other mid laners that play for 12, 13 years, I looked at Faker and I said, this guy's pretty cool. Maybe I should play his pool.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, those
Fair
champions
enough.
are pretty exciting to watch as well. So hey,
Oh, yeah.
I'm all here for it, man.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. What about you, Soap?
Huh?
I
favorite
think
champion?
I think Soap just plays Ornn and Sion. To be fair.
I'm just stuck on playing tanks, yeah.
Yeah. When do we
I have no such privilege.
get to see you on Darius again?
Oh, I would love to play it, but you know how the meta is. You just want to play something safe on early picks, something that can scale up, provide CC. Yeah,
I
it's a
was
bit boring,
guessing,
but-
like when you go back to draft, I was guessing your guys' combo a little bit, like from like pick 4. I was like, what if now Lulu red 4, and maybe if things align, Renekton R5. Was that in your consideration as well?
I don't think we talked about the Renekton. I think we were very, very adamant about it being Scion. When it comes to support, we
see.
did consider quite a lot of angles. Lulu was one of them, but we decided for the cow.
Nah,
I think that was game
talking
2,
about
right?
game 2 now.
Oh, game 2.
yeah, I mean, Renekton makes sense, but I feel like in this meta, tanks are just better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also
but I
wanted to
thought
pick
thought
top as late
against
as
this
possible.
team specifically.
Mm.
That's what I was thinking about.
Oh,
Fair. Didn't think about it, honestly.
Nah. Again, I'm just stuck on tank duties. Like every time.
Don't make it seem like you're being pitchforked into it, man.
Come on, bro.
Poor Soap, man.
I mean, we
Nah,
know
he
for a
wants the
fact that he
tanks.
can. I mean, we know for a fact he can play the others as well. But yeah,
Yeah, we
we
just pick him
mostly
these
see him
because
on
he's
tanks.
the go-to esports on tanks, and that's it.
The one game Soap is gonna be not on a tank. I will cheer for you.
I will look forward to that too. Yeah.
Hopefully it's this season.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right.
Hey, we'll see.
I mean,
Okay,
thank you
guys.
guys for being here. And any final words before we close out the stream?
I actually respect all our enemies, so I'm just gonna say good luck to everyone. Let's have a banger split and see how it all goes.
Yep.
Good words to end it.
Soap just agrees.
I agree.
So
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
yes man here.
It's like us having a discussion in the team. Like, person 1 says this, person 2 says that, person 3 says something, person 4 says something, and person 5 always
Says yes.
not. It doesn't matter what has been said before. Everything has already been said. Is the answer.
And there's always a lot of
to say.
pressure on that fifth guy. If he says something new, we have to do the cycle again, you know, and he doesn't want that. All right. Well, that's it from me.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
got much
thank
else
you guys
to
for
say.
being here, and good luck with the split. I mean, you're absolutely killing it so far. So
Hell yeah.
keep it up
Thank
and keep doing what you're doing because you're winning.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, thank you guys all for
Bye.
watching. I'm gonna close out the stream, and good night to everyone. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye bye.